In the midst of DayZ's favourite ways to kill you lies a collection of slow, torturous illnesses laughing and pointing as you slowly spiral the drain to an inevitable coastal death. And with that protracted description in mind, here I'll go through the absolute worst illnesses, how, why and where you get them, what makes them so bad and what exactly you can do about it, all while suffering with a painful flu so bad that I welcome death every moment that passes. If you liked the video, please leave a like or a subscribe, it really helps me out. Or maybe go to a smaller YouTuber and subscribe to their channel, it might just make somebody's day. But without further ado, let's get into the video. No, just gotta close the door. Is it closed? The first one on the list has to be one of the latest additions. It's the infection. Infections in DayZ are often underestimated, but they can be a silent killer. Infections are so easy to get and can occur from various sources such as dirty bandages, untreated wounds, or just poorly treated aftercare such as non-disinfectant sewing needles. The symptoms start off mild, with an occasional screen jolt, squeal of pain, and slowed stamina regen, and at this point, using some disinfectant directly on the wound is enough to cure it. But if left untreated, this can escalate into a severe issue, with louder and larger groans and jolts, quicker water loss, fever, shaky hands when aiming, and health loss eventually leading to slower movement. And at this point, when this hits, the need for stronger medication arises, specifically several tetracycline pills over the space of around 15 to 20 minutes. It's slow and painful to watch as you involuntarily creep towards death's door, eventually being reborn on the coast like you just joined a weird cult. And the worst thing is, every hit from the infected has the potential to begin the process all over again. Next is Kuru. Kuru is one of the most unique and terrifying diseases, well, in the world. Contracted exclusively through cannibalism, Kuru is a prion disease that affects your nervous system, and the most unsettling symptom is uncontrollable laughter, which not only gives away your position, but also serves as an indicator of your unfortunate dietary choices. This is further supplemented by the uncontrollable handshakes that accompany your attempts at aiming. There's no cure for Kuru, making it a lifelong affliction that serves as a grim reminder of the moral lines you've crossed to survive. But in the wise words of the philosopher Clarkson, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But next up, we have cholera. Cholera is a severe waterborne disease that can turn a simple sip from a pond or unclean water bottle into a life-threatening mistake. The symptoms are debilitating and include fever, dehydration, and severe vomiting, which can lead to further issues including a loss of certain immunities, making you susceptible to even more illnesses, plus starvation and eventual death. This makes it incredibly challenging to travel or engage in combat, plus there's probably diarrhea. There's always diarrhea with these things. But fudge sundaes aside, the treatment for cholera is simple. Tetracycline. You'll probably also need to consume clean water regularly to combat any dehydration effects depending on how long you've had it. Then we have salmonella. Salmonella is another common but dangerous disease that you can contract from consuming raw, burned or rotten food, as well as eating or drinking with bloodied hands, excluding water bottles. Similar to cholera, the symptoms include vomiting after eating or drinking, and energy and water loss. This is one of the biggest killers because people often mistake it for cholera due to its similarities, and therefore they take tetracycline hoping to cure it. However, unlike its watery counterpart, the treatment here is charcoal pills, and no matter how many tetracycline you take, you won't get any better. To identify it, listen out for the light pain sounds, which is the only real difference between the two, and also try to retrace your steps to figure out the potential cause. But for a full guide on how to get immunity and never worry about illness again, click here, or for something else, click here. And as always, until next time.